In less than a month, I will be turning 18. A lot has happened since then, but nothing will absolutely amount to anything in comparison with what I learned during the age of 17, especially towards the end. To give a little bit of context slash background story slash exposition, I loved watching movies ever since I was a kid. Then I got into YouTube at the age of 7 and started watching Reinhiga, PewDiePie, and Jacksepticeye, all those amazing creators. The possession I had over my English vocabulary words started to expand as I consumed more and more content. Then around 11 or 12, I wanted to make videos of my own, so I went ahead and got my first editing software, which was Sony Vegas Pro 13. As you can see, I wasn't good at any of it at all, but hey, I still have something to look back at. So to summarize what I've said, stories and movies have been a huge influence on my life. If I made a conclusion in a rather pessimistic way, then I think this idea of the main character really got in my head.
3.
I was so used to seeing the lead protagonists usually survive and have a happy ending in stories that I actually thought I would also have my ending play out like that. But this is not a poetic, completed story. None of us have that privilege. It can end so abruptly as if it's to serve an anticlimactic purpose. So why am I wasting my days like I know how much time I have left on this earth? There is not a single day where you have 0% chance of dying.
Endeavor.
This is where we welcome the Top Gun theory.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Also spoilers for the second film. If you've watched the sequel, you should remember the scene where Maverick is stuck in an enemy base without any backup, and then Rooster comes back saving him in the most crucial moment. After that heroic save, Rooster instead receives an opposite reaction of what he was expecting from Maverick.
What the hell?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing
You
here?
think I took that missile so you could be down here with me? You should be back on the carrier by now.
I saved your life!
I saved your life. That's the whole point. What the hell were you even thinking?
You told me not to think!
That's right, don't think, just do. I've changed for the better many times in my life, and will continue to do so. However, one thing was a constant theme, and that was overthinking. I'm very sure that many people are like this, so I want to tell you, and myself, that we should listen to our curiosities more. I have a feeling that we're getting more and more scared and doing less, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't have an impact on anyone by thinking, unless you speak of it. Speaking is a form of doing so. Make those thoughts useful. Don't let it go to waste by shoving it down and pretending you're a Sigma male Chad W. Of course, doing anything without thinking would mostly lead to a sticky situation, but I'm talking about us doing nothing, being put in a cage of fear by our overwhelming thoughts. I want us to think and also act on it. With Rooster, even though he said he didn't think, obviously he did. Maybe he thought he had enough time to save him. Maybe he thought it was unfair for him to get saved and not Maverick. Whatever it was, it led to him going back. If his mind buckled from overthinking, Maverick would have died there. So, take control of the situation while you still can, before your Maverick dies.